Alrighty. Looks like we are here. Looks like the mic is working. Good to go. I hit go live a minute ago, and it said, "Oh, live streaming isn't available right now. Try again or finish." I'm like, "Oh, I've never seen that setting before." So I clicked try again. It didn't work. So then I clicked finish, and it kicked me back out. And so I started it over again, and it looks like it is now going live. Let me know if there's any issues, audio, visual, whatever. We should be good to go though, so that's good. Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good. We are doing the Sunday sorting live stream, which is something I try to do every Sunday. Get some Lego sorting done, say hi to some friends, have a chat about all things Lego and other things that aren't Lego too. But today is a nice rainy day here in Georgia. The weather is a little more mild than it used to be, so that's good. It's starting to feel a little bit more like fall as we get into mid-September already. Yeah, it's September 15. That's crazy. Maybe turn that down a little bit. But yeah, so I'm happy to be back. Happy to be back sorting. Got a lot of Lego projects I'm working on, testing out some new things. I actually am working on photoshopping minifigures into kind of thematic backgrounds. So I'm not building as much of a scene, but I'm still trying to feature a character in an environment, and that's kind of leaning into the D&D thing. So I tested that recently with the Magisto figure not too long ago. I posted that today. So hopefully that actually works. We'll see if people react to it and if it's a viable strategy moving forward for D&D illustrations. So, because I'd love to be able to build every scene, but I don't know if I'm going to have time long term, especially as I have some other projects I want to work on. Let's see who all is in the chat today that I've been just yabbing already. Started conversating with myself. Grumpy J stopped by earlier, but is missing the stream today. I think Grumpy J usually has work at Orlando Brick Co. and other things occupying him on Sundays. That's why he does his really cool stream on Monday. So if you're ever free, I think it's like Mondays at like 5 or 6 p.m. Maybe it's 7. Check him out, Grumpy J. Totally worth a watch. He actually usually builds a set or maybe a small mock sometimes. So it's a very cool building focus stream. Scott Chiller's here. The Dungeon and Dragon minifigs sold really well at work. We're still trying to sell the space minifigs, and we've had them for some time. Your army of D&D figs could be a great investment. That's what I was thinking, Scott. When I saw those appear and how cool they all looked, I thought that they would be a good idea to just get a bunch of them. So I'm glad I did. I'm not sure. I've heard reports that they are the place where I ordered them from for a whole box. They're out, but I don't know for sure. So go to Minifigs Plus and check it out if you want to. I haven't gone to the trouble of doing that myself. But so they're a little bit harder to find in some areas. In some areas, they're still finding plenty of them. So just travel around if you need to. Try Targets, try Walmarts, Barnes & Noble, all the places. So but yeah, they're pretty cool. G. Reen is here. Good to see you again. What has been the most popular D&D figure so far, except for, of course, the Dragon Paladin, which is obviously the most popular. Yes, the Dragon Paladin is the most popular for sure. That's mostly the castle collectors doing that, I think. But what's the name? There's other characters that are popular too. I think that with the space fans, you have the Mind Flayer being popular. So he's one of the characters that I think that space fans. I know my friend Dana is trying to collect as many of those as possible because they're very, they got the tentacles. They look very fantasy, sci-fi-esque. But honestly, they're all terrific. So I think that pick the ones that you like, and it's not going to be a bad investment or purchase. I think you'll enjoy all the pieces from it. So I can't recommend the whole series enough. And there's a bunch of comments, and I'm going to try to go through as many as possible. But at the same time, I might not read all of them just because I'm trying to balance the stream back towards sorting just a tiny bit. Because last stream I had a great time, but I didn't get quite as much sorting done as I think I can because I was reading a lot of comments. And I want to read as many comments as possible, but I also want to get a little bit of sorting done. So we'll see how that goes. I'll try and balance my talking, my reading, and my sorting to make sense. I've also got a good bin of kind of medium-sized pieces in front of me here that should be not too difficult to sort and won't slow me down too much. Hopefully. We'll see. Nexus to Zach is here. Good to see you, Nexus to Zach. Hope you're doing well. You must be off on Sundays. That's I seem to see you here a lot when sometimes you might be missing streams during the week, which is Understandable, given you're very busy these days, but appreciate you joining. Brick Mom VA is here. Good to see you, Brick Mom VA. Hope you're doing well. How is the weather in VA in Virginia? I imagine it's pretty nice, but maybe it's kind of rainy like it is here. So. Dust of the Bricks is here. Good to see you, Dusty. Hope you're doing well. I imagine it's rainy out where Dusty is because the Pacific West Coast up there can be a little bit humid. So Geology Joe is here. Good to see you, Geology Joe. That purple brick by your name is really cool looking. Geology Joe is, of course, a member of the Knights of Falworth. Pays 99 cents a month, and he gets that cool brick and emojis and behind-the-scenes things. I actually posted a behind-the-scenes for the D&D campaign coming up this Friday. That should be out for members the next few days. So, oh, man, lots of comments. Good to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Manatee Bricks is here. G. Reen is here, of course. Scott Schiller. Good to see you, Scott Schiller. The Nate Raider. Good to see you, Nate. Hope you're doing well. Malcorp is here. Good to see you, Malister. Me and Malister and a couple of our other friends and my brother will be doing some D&D later tonight for, I think, what is going to be session 4. This should be some crazy action happening. We've been building up to it for a while. We were going to stream, well, no, not stream. We were going to record last weekend, but one of our members had a family emergency and couldn't make it, and we didn't want to continue without him, so we decided to just postpone it a week, and it looks like we'll all be able to get together tonight. So looking forward to that for sure. That's where the green goes. I was looking for where the green bin was. As I'm sorting, each week it'll change slightly, so I'm trying to recalibrate each time I begin sorting again. So it's mostly in the same areas, but like green is in a different spot, brown's in a different spot, plants are up there now, so it's kind of funny. So if I pause for a second, I'm looking for where to put the piece. Lots of grays in this bin, though, so that should be right in front of me here where all the kind of high priority colors can be. So. Let's see who else is here. Lots of friends today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps the channel. Really appreciate you all joining today. Hopefully, you're all having a great Sunday. So. BDD Builds is here. I sorted out my Viking Village last night. Always need parts for mocks. Now, I get some flack from this from my friends who like castle stuff, but the Viking Village is a tremendous parts pack. It has some terrific parts, great figures. So I'm like, that is a set that is worth buying just for the materials. But I mean, the design's fine, but it's not my favorite of the Viking sets, but it's awesome contents. So let's see. Wow, lots of comments. Let's see who else I haven't tonight. Grumpy J's here. Grumpy J made it after all. Good to see you, Grumpy J. And Grumpy J has a big collection of Dragon Paladins. He has more than me at 7, I think. I think I've got about 4 or 5 now. I want to get a couple more before they get too rare. I imagine we'll see some at the Atlanta Brick Co. store at some point, though. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going out and hunting for them like I see a lot of my friends are. Maybe I need to. We'll see. Which D&D figure is your favorite? It's got to be the Dragon Paladin just by a hair, but honestly, they're all really good. I have them behind me here. Another one that actually stands out a lot is the Skeleton Necromancer with the red skull and the flame burst, or maybe he's a warlock. Anyway, he is super cool. I think that's a really just well-achieved fig overall. But yeah, they're so good. Lots of good figures. Yeah, I think that's probably my second favorite. Dragon Paladin, though, those armor pieces are so great. They're very versatile. You can use them in a lot of different things. So that's one of the most important attributes of a CMF figure for me. So, do I have a bar in here? There's a bar. When a plate gets stuck on the inside, it's nice when Lego provides a couple row of holes so you can pop it out like that. Otherwise, it'd be stuck in there for a while unless you were able to pry it out. My local new used Lego store still has lots of D&D figs. That's good. That is good. You want to be able to purchase them and find them. So, I will stop once I have 25 of them. Wow, Grumpy J, that would be quite the army of Dragon Knights. I have a friend, Rich, who is down the road from me. He is a really big castle collector and castle builder, and I think he already has about 40, 50. So he has been diligently searching for them all over the Georgia area. Like I think he went all the way up to Tennessee for work, and he was stopping at every Walmart and Target on the way there to try and find D&D figures. So that's incredible, commitment to acquiring as many as possible. I don't think I would ever go to those lengths, but well, maybe if like a really what's cooler than the Dragon Paladin? I'm trying to even think of something that cool. Yeah, I don't know if I would go to those lengths. The Brick Twins are here. Good to see you, Brick Twins. Monty Raj is here. Good to see you, Monty Raj. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Ooh, look at that. So this is a pretty regular slope, but what's on it is what's important to me, and that's the Exoforce stickers. Exoforce is such a cool Lego theme. If you've never seen it or gotten any sets, try them out. There's a lot of nostalgia talking there, of course. I love Exoforce. Loved it when I was a kid. That might be one thing I work on sooner rather than later for convention stuff. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. Try not to put too much pressure on myself. Although I do want to finish Tron for Atlanta Brick Con. That would be kind of high priority. So. It really is a good part spec. Exactly. Go Team Garrett. Yep, Garrett will be on the D&D campaign. He's been playing as Blipnar, the gnome, the garden gnome, no less, who is 8 inches tall and recently acquired some great equipment in Session 3, which I won't talk about in too much detail, but keep an eye out for all that. Ooh, there's some Bionicle. I'm trying to figure out how that piece comes off. Might need another bar. Disassemble that. Wait, is that attached to the piece? No, it can't be. There we go. That's actually a pretty cool, menacing looking Bionicle face piece. I like that. And the rest of that's just Technic for me. There we go. Some brown elements here. Some sticks and connectors and stuff. Great for trees and wooden structures. That brown color being very handy for that. There we go. I think I'm doing a little better job paying attention to sorting while talking. We'll see how my attention span does the next few minutes. But Nexus is access cold, but it's a dry cold, meaning there's no snow. There you go. Joy of Destruction. Oh, you're talking about tank battles. Yes. Tank battles. Oh my gosh, guys. That's one thing I can talk about. Yeah, so last Thursday, my Grand Gungan army faced off against the Joy of Destruction, and I thought it was going to be a close game. It wasn't that close. Even despite the amazing efforts of Grumpy J to try to, save our team by donating power-ups, the Gungans got wiped out. They melted away. They were pretty much utterly destroyed, which is a very sad day, of course. So with this stinging defeat, I'm resolved to update and upgrade my tanks and my troops to be better because frankly, everybody's got it out for them. When people are playing tank battles and they see the Gungans on the other side, the other team, they'll avoid a perfectly easy shot in order to aim at the Gungans further away because it's so entertaining to shoot at the Gungans. So I needed to figure out a different strategy really quick. I have some solutions. I'll actually show you guys really quick. So here's a couple examples. But since there aren't many Gungans left, they have resorted to the Sith way of life. They are now Sith Gungans with force powers, lightsabers, and lightsaber axes, which is a new invention of mine. It's it's very hard to find in the canon. Of course, you have to go way back to Old Republic days. Anyway, I've also ordered a Darth Jar Jar minifigure in order to lead this Sith Gungan army, and I'm going to be building 3 new tanks, I think, to try and have better chances of aiming at the enemy and actually hitting a few of my shots, because I did miss a couple shots in the game that were important. So maybe the Gungans will rally in the last few games of the season and the playoffs of tank battles at Atlanta Brickco. But if not, it's fate. Empires rise and fall. Maybe the Gungan Empire wasn't meant to be. So we'll see. All I know is I'm having a lot of fun with it. So. Sounds similar to Georgia, but yeah, it's kind of rainy. Exactly. 30 to 40 Fahrenheit is all right. I don't need to bring thick winter coats with me when I go there. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We're pretty, we call it the South. So it's relatively temperate. Not too bad. There's some great castle pieces there. Malastor says, haha, Malacorp cannot be stopped. Exactly. That was my problem when we were fighting against the dragons, the Dol Guldur dragons, Joe and Daniel. They did not play very well, but all the power-ups saved them, for real. The Joy and Destruction played very well, so despite only getting a few power-ups, we were no match for them, honestly. So I feel bad letting my teammate Harrison down, but the Gungans just got wiped out. Everyone wanted to shoot the Gungans, and everyone was landing their shots, and they were just melting away. So that's what happened. I have bought the Dark Falcon because of the silly figs plus Darth Jar Jar. Exactly, Gabriel. That's a set I might have to buy. Oh no, trouble's breaking. Next night's rule. That's awful. Why would you say such awful things in the chat? That's terrible. No way. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I'm glad you were able to join, Dana. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi and reminding me what one of my greatest Achilles heels, my kryptonite. It still exists. I'll find a way to destroy it and defeat it one day. I know what to do. I have a plan to make Nexonites not a problem for me anymore. I know what to do. I know what I have to do. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Let's say that way. Henry the Horse is here. This is a Nexa free channel. Exactly. See, Henry knows what's up. Henry knows what's up. Tegan is here. Good to see you, Tegan. Hope you're doing well. Jelly Joe is here as well. It's cool and overcast here along the central California coast. There you go. That's good. Cool and overcast is nice. I think I normally, as I get older, really enjoy warm summer weather. But I think I'm finally ready for some fall weather too. I like wearing flannels. I like the fall season. It's a very nice season, very fresh air. So I think I'm ready. I'm glad to hear it's happening again. Lots of cool Brick Arms custom accessories there. I'm kind of obscuring them with my fingers, but there's a little pistol and a knife. They're sparkly. That's pretty cool. Those are prototypes. So kind of hard to find. Me and Steven got a bunch of them from Atlanta Brick Co. because they were sending them to their in an order as a bonus to people who purchased Brick Arms. And me and Steven were like, hey, these are pretty cool. They used to be valuable back in the day, but now not really. And Chris is willing to give us a deal on them because he can't really sell them as a normal listed item. So it worked out great for us. So I think we'll be able to use them now that we're getting more into fantasy style builds that will use magical style weapons like that. So, because I couldn't really use them for my Lion Knights army, it just wouldn't look right. I love the Nexonites bad guys. Now, Gabriel has a point here. The Nexonite bad guys all look pretty cool. Even the kind of bluey purple stone golem gargoyle guys are not bad. Like there's some pretty cool ones in there too. I have a bunch of the Flama and the Moltor and some of the cooler bad guys in my collection to use for future projects. And yeah, that I will admit, the Nexonite villains looked fine. I thought they're worth collecting. The heroes, however, had a lot of shortcomings that I still can't justify in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Pink's going over there. Dark blue and black. Let's see. Morgan is here. Good to see you, Morgan. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's a good day for you guys over in California. A good September Sunday afternoon, or evening, actually. Evening here, afternoon there, based on time zones, I think. Yep. Tegan says, I hate the cold weather. Oh, I got you, Tegan. I understand. The older I get, the more I like summer weather myself. So I understand where you're coming from. Yes, my mom, Gloria Erickson, is not feeling well today, so she is trying to lay down and recuperate. Thankfully, her fever, which was fairly high, is now, passed. So hopefully she'll be feeling better moving forward. Gonna focus on sorting for a second. But yeah. So some of my friends were telling me, I saw Morgan posting about it, I think, and I saw Fall Equinox posting about it, that the Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, a couple episodes have already dropped. So I need to go and watch those and see how Darth Jar Jar looks in the show. Because I obviously I'm a big Gungan supporter. I should know what the narrative is like, what he's like, how they presented his character. So we'll see. Based on the trailer, it should be amazing, but hopefully it's good. Everyone's saying it's enjoyable. So there you go. It's Monday morning here at 8:20 a.m. Exactly. Tegan is already starting the week off. We are just trying to play catch up over here in the States. There should be some football games happening too right now because it's Sunday. And I've got a number of teams that I'm hoping do well for my fantasy football league at work. We'll see if I'm able to beat Chris. I'm playing Chris this week. It's not started well, of course. But we'll see if I'm able to rally my team with my picks that I made a week ago. Oop, dropped a piece. There we go. A bit of dark tan up there. Rebuild the Galaxy was fun. There you go, Morgan. See, that's all it needs to be for me is a fun show. It doesn't need to be like a game changer or anything. I'm looking for a lighthearted, enjoyable show with some Lego craziness. I'm excited about Jedi Bob, too. He could be a really great character. The fact that he still has yellow, Lego-colored skin as an alien is pretty fun. That's a cool windshield lid piece. I like that. Some more transparent elements. There's part of a trophy that has turned into a coffee cup or a little teacup. That's kind of funny. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of headlight bricks in this. G. Reen says, did any of you have a flintlock piston item in white or red by chance? Apparently they're prototype colors or something. I need them bad for custom figs. Those would be cool colors for Lego minifigure weapons. That would be pretty neat. I have never seen them. Maybe they're on Bricklink. I haven't seen them before. No, Mark, I'm a big Gungan supporter. LOL. There you go. Grumpy J is probably the biggest Gungan supporter. And I think he was the most upset when the Gungans finally perished as well. So that was a pretty tragic day for all Gungans. It was a couple days ago, last Thursday. So. Yep. Next is here. Talk about fevers and such and not feeling well. So we won't dwell on that too long here in the comments. Oh, I just dropped a piece. I hate it when that happens. I'll get it later. So. Gonna say for that Exodus, it's my white whale. Maybe I can get it on my tax return if it works out. Let's see. What was the next segment? Go buy some Pharaoh's Quest, T Valkyrie. Yep, that is a cool set, T Valkyrie. I understand. It's probably outside of my budget right now, just because I have other big things I want to buy. Like I really want that Zelda's deco tree, but I just haven't pulled the trigger because it's a lot of money. That's a full grocery run for me. So. I don't know if I'm ready to spend that much money right now, but I'll get it soon. Maybe there'll be some Black Friday deals to tempt me to buy it. So. And not deals in the set, but like bonuses that will make it worth it. That extra money. So I blame Joe and Daniel for not checking the power-ups faster. We could have won. Maybe, Grumpy J. I think we just needed to play better. I think I'm taking some blame here because I think that the Gungans could have done better in a number of different ways. I had some bad dice rolls. I had a couple close but missed shots, and my flags fell over very easily because I swapped out my bases right before the match thinking, oh, I'll use some dark gray ones instead, and they were much weaker than my tan ones. So I need to experiment with my flag connectors and make sure they're sturdy and not too used. So little things like that. I think we'll do better next time. We got a couple weeks to prepare, so. And, somebody's got to go down like a champ, I mean, the Gungans are the most entertaining team to see when they lose. So I think that is worth something. Oh, that's cool. It's a part of a clone tank. There you go. Same mark. It's just too expensive. Yeah, you got to eventually start, thinking about budget as a Lego fan. And also budgeting your space, because I'm kind of out of space here in the studio. So having to be pretty careful about what big items I buy, because I'm like, where am I going to put it? I don't know. I'd have to take something apart. And I know people don't like it when I drop stuff in the bins. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it's a stickered item that's going over there. Another brick separator. If anyone needs a brick separator, they're free at Atlanta Brick Co. with purchase. I remember sometimes people would come in and say, "Hey, I've got some brick separators I want to trade in." We're like, "I'm sorry, we don't give any store credit for just a brick separator because we give them away." There's some good lavender pieces. Look at those bricks. Those look nice. And it's the 1x4s too, yeah. Put those over there. Oh, so this, I believe, is part of our Rock Raiders scene with the chrome pieces and the tiles and stuff arranged in that pattern. This is from our Rock Raiders build. So that's pretty cool. Put that right there. Chrome will go in the metallic bin. That'll be separated out separately later. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I need to buy more walls and extra shots and more dice. Okay, got it. Now, Grumpy J, you don't have to purchase power-ups if you don't want to. Don't go broke just trying to support the Gungans. But any power-ups you do choose to do are most appreciated. So. No pressure is what I'm trying to say. It's like I said, budget's a thing. You can't always spend too much money on fun stuff like that. Let's see here. What about the old fat brick separator? Maybe. It's also maybe $1 or $2. It's not super expensive in my opinion either. Based on the last time I saw prices for it. So probably not a crazy amount of value to be gained there. Like I would save a couple aside just because they're super useful, but I wouldn't necessarily save it aside because I think it's a super valuable item. So. It's cool though. They're harder to find than regular brick separators for sure. So. Those are commonplace. Some nice transparent elements in there. So I need to watch Rebuild the Galaxy. I want to get back onto Tron and try and get some progress on that this fall. Moving forward to Atlanta BrickCon. Looking forward to that. So going to be working on that again soon. Thankfully, the feeling of burnout that I was experiencing earlier has definitely started to wane as I'm now thinking about how I want to fix all the problems with Tron and rebuild a lot of the stuff that's gone wrong. So gonna be working on that soon now that I feel like working on it again after having a nice clean studio to work in, doing some other projects, doing streams and videos and stuff like that. So it'll be good once you get back into the swing of things with Tron. Yeah. Nice break. Back to the grind, back to the grid. We can get some stuff done because that build will be very impressive. I'm getting a bunch of text. They'll probably be buzzing. We're going to put this over here so it's less noisy. So. There's some dark orange. There's some dark gray, probably from Rock Raiders as well. Technic. More Technic, a giant flex axle. It's not flex tube, axle. There's no flex to the axle. Well, actually, the longer they are, the more, the less rigidity they have. There is a flex tube, giant teal one. It's pretty cool. A couple minifigures. You got, I almost called her Dizzy. I think this is Izzy, if I'm not mistaken. And her little Bunchu bunny as well. Pretty cool figure. Some great colors there. Stingray. Very nice. Classic Stingray, one of my favorite pieces. A whole Tron bike that was not needed. I might have to sort this separately because this is kind of in-depth, or just pull off of it for a while. But the good thing is I'm retired and this is my only hobby, so I can spend. There you go, Grumpy J. I won't stop you. I don't want to pressure you though, but I will thank you for supporting the Gungans. I appreciate it. G-Reen says, is it okay to display just minifigures at a convention? I've made around 150 wizards using only Lego pieces. Have them all in a cool stand. Would something like that work at a convention? I think so. If you phrase it like wizard collection and you have a size that you can describe to the organizers, I think that'd be a nice thing to bring. It might not, I'm not saying it won't get attention, but just minifigures are a little smaller than an average, medium-sized creation. So hopefully people take the time to stop and look at all the figures because that's where the detail is. But yeah, I would bring that. I think that's pretty cool. And especially since that would be not too difficult to travel. You could pack them up and then set them up without too much difficulty, I think. So that's a good idea in my opinion. So. Transparent goes over there, black right there. See if I can remove this. There we go. Got to go. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Geology Joe. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, it's probably almost lunchtime over in California. Some more Technic. Yeah, taking apart this Tron bike. I don't need any of these built right now. The set's awesome, but I'd rather have the pieces separated so I can use them in builds. This is one I don't have room for display at the moment, but given that I have several copies of this set in my possession being used in different areas right now, I'll be able to rebuild it eventually once Tron is all done. So, but that's not going to be for a little while, I think. Oh, I saw a comment from T-Belk right here. Let's see. Good for you, Grumpy. Exactly. Grumpy enjoying his retired life. So I don't see why not. Lego art is Lego art. Exactly. Yeah, G-Reen. That's a great idea for a small, compact, yet detailed creation to build and bring. So, or you've already got it built, right? So there you go. Almost done taking apart this one Tron bike. Lots of detailed pieces in here. Yep. Also want to make some more scenes for D&D. That'll be fun. And then I was honestly thinking about doing some Exoforce stuff in the future too, because I got a lot of pieces that I could build Exoforce mechs and scenes with. Got a lot of Exoforce figures, dozens and dozens of the robot troopers, which you need a lot of. So that would be a pretty cool scene to build in the future. Might have to do that. Here's some tan elements and kind of a brightish yellow color. That's interesting. I'm going to put that with tan. It's close enough. There's some yellow filler brick here, some 2x4s. There you go. Some greens. Here's an interesting chunk. You've got part of my Rock Raiders scene had a couple smaller Rock Raiders vehicles in. This is a little like a hover scout vehicle, which looks like it is now crash landed. It looks like it's broken up. So I will sort this down now, but it worked very well for what it was and did a great job filling in some of the details of that very big scene. I will have to revisit Rock Raiders at some point here. Oh, I dropped another chunk of pieces here. There we go. When is this Lego hobby we have to all pace ourselves? Exactly. Yeah, you gotta, if you're on a budget, then yes. And most of us are on a budget. Some sort of budget. Yeah, Lego keeps producing amazing sets, lots of cool pieces. Even in sets that I don't necessarily want to buy, there's elements of them that I'm very impressed by and want to purchase. I was talking about the Wednesday sets not too long ago with some coworkers. I think it was Wednesday. Did they come out on Wednesday? Did the Wednesday stuff come out on Wednesday? I think they did. That was pretty funny. Or it was Tuesday evening, and we were talking. Anyway, we were talking about Wednesday on Wednesday. And that was It's pretty cool because there's some gargoyles, there's some great pieces, transparent leaves, anything transparent that's new I like. So those trans black leaf pieces were neat. So, very useful. We have been streaming for 34 minutes. We still got some time left on the timer. I usually like to stream for about an hour. Once that time is done, we'll call it a day, and we'll get back to our regularly scheduled events. So I don't think I have that much to do this evening. There hopefully some D&D, and then catch up on some football highlights, see how the players I picked did for their fantasy leagues. And we'll see how it goes. So, another busy Monday, lots of promotions running at the store. So that's good. Keeps me busy. Ooh, there's some of that bright green coral pieces. Super cool. Looks kind of like a tree. That's a bionicle piece. That can go down there. Don't forget your Dune Castle. Yes, Nexus. That is a really cool idea. I'm tempted to do that. The thing is, I think I would want to have some black pieces in it. And pretty much all my black pieces are in Tron. So I think that Tron's going to have to get taken apart, and then I'll build a Dune Castle. But I will be building some sort of castle futuristic scene eventually, because me and Steven have been planning on something like that soon. And maybe it'll be Dune related just to make it more, licensed, thematic, interesting. So we'll see. Yeah, Tron is Tron's top priority. Got to finish strong. Rock Raiders, we had to stop building. Well, I had to stop building Rock Raiders because it was getting too big and too dangerous to move. But Tron doesn't have that problem. Tron is nice and modular, so I can disassemble it and reassemble it safely, move it myself, and that's worked pretty well. So I'm gonna try to get it all done and complete it. We'll see. Getting to the point mentally where I'm ready to get started again, so that's good. And some nice sorted pieces will help with that, of course. So here's an old sig fig of mine when I was building some space stuff. It's the Blacktron Bounty Hunter body with the old Mark of Falworth head and hair. It's a cool figure to see. Don't know how he got in here, but he's going with the minifig stuff and to be sorted down for later. That's going to go with pink. Brown, black. And plenty of Rock Raiders crystals still floating around. One of my favorite pieces. Super cool. Super cool color, too. Neon green. There we go. Sir, depends on your taste. My first trip, I dropped almost two. Oh, we're talking about, let's see. Mark, will you be making some medieval mocks for the next BrickCon? Possibly, G-Reen. We'll see. I'm almost 100% certain that I'm going to BrickCon. We'll see if I could bring them there. Yes, that'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see your wizards, G-Reen. You'll have to show them to me. So. I know I'll be there. So. I am scheduled to be there. Question: how much would you expect to spend shopping at Atlanta Brick Co? That's why Malister was talking about it. Yes, Malister bought us out of blue coats, basically. That's why such numbers were reached, and blue coats could be a little expensive. So I would definitely plan on a budget to spend before going in, because otherwise it can be a little overwhelming, and you might feel like there's no limit to how much you can spend because there's so much stuff there. So go in with a plan, and that's, I think, a good way to do it. So I usually think, so I'm going to go in and spend a certain amount, like, $40, $100, figure it out beforehand what you want to spend. But it's totally worth visiting for sure. Yeah. Smash the like button, please. Yes, T-Valkyrie, thank you. Please like the video if you haven't already. It helps this reach more people. We're at 24 likes. That's really good. So thank you, everyone that's liked. that really helps this reach more people. So that's awesome. The algorithm loves it. I love it. I like my videos to get likes. Lots of bricks with studs on all sides. Very useful for all sorts of different applications and projects. Taking apart some botanicals here as well. That's where these green steering wheel pieces came from. Those are pretty interesting. I need to think of something I can do with those besides botanical pieces. Mm-hmm. There you go. Some brackets there. Oh, let's do that. There you go. Putting that in there. There's a train conductor, looks like. I think that's a train conductor. So that's pretty cool. Don't have a lot of those. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some castle stuff eventually. It's just depends on when, because order of operations. I think, honestly, Exoforce might be what I work on next. We'll see. Just because I know I have all the pieces at my disposal right now. Other things like black and gray are being used in things like Tron, so it might be better to wait on a big actual castle. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got just a bunch of code here. What is this? Grumpy J. Just a bunch of ones and zeros. Lego Head 458 is here. I agree with you, Mark. 2003 is a legendary year for Lego sets. So much cool variety. Exactly. So I think that's one of the best years for Lego sets. Well, it was a terrible year for Lego as a company, but the content that was being produced then was very, very unique, very cool, very special. So many unusual pieces and colors, and they were doing things that weren't financially viable, but they were cool. So I love the sets that come from those years, even though I know it was I'm glad that they did the right thing and course corrected and became more boring, but I still like their zany time in the 2000s. Because now, obviously, Lego sets are better now than they were before. They have so many more pieces, better techniques. They're selling better than ever before. You know, they've been the biggest toy maker in the world for years and years now. So good for Lego. They figured it out. But don't forget back when they were a teenager back in the early 2000s, how crazy they were. So there's some dark green, and that's going to be black. So we'll put that over there. Plants. Filler bricks. Lots of tan. I think that when I do make a dune scene, it'll be pretty awesome. Lots of tan to build with. There we go. Fazoom says, and the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. There you go. Good to see you, Fazoom. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon or evening, depending on your definition. Ooh, there's a tipper truck. I should send a picture to Brickzar. Be like, ha, there's a piece of a tipper truck you don't own. It's funny how he's got like so many of that one specific set. It's obviously his favorite. And it's interesting that he's gone to such great lengths to collect so many. I don't know if I would do that. It's interesting. Bricks and Kitties is here. I love the flex of the Masters Trophy. Yes, it makes a nice backdrop, doesn't it? Yes, big yellow trophy back there. I will say, since acquiring the big yellow trophy, me and Steven haven't felt the need to do any speed building or competitions or try to win any trophies at events. We've basically given all that up because once you win something like that, it takes the competitive edge off of you. It's really interesting how that works. So I think it was good for us because now we're a little more laid back. That's nice. So. It's okay, Rob. We forgive you, but we don't forgive Nexus. Whoa, hold on. Grumpy J, I didn't go to the OBC grand opening either. Oh yeah, that's okay. Rob is in, South Carolina area, I believe. So I mean, that's kind of a trip. If Rob makes it to Orlando Brico, I think it's definitely worth visiting. So, but it's okay. Go when you can, and if you can't make it, it's all right. I know Grumpy J has an opposite view. He's like, oh, he'll give you a hard time. I know. He's talked about Nexonites so much. Yeah, the OBC grand opening was quite an event. Was that earlier this year? Yeah. Whew. It was a busy summer. It was a lot of fun. Lots of people showed up. Lots of people said hi. It was a great time. It felt weird being at a store, and technically we were working there, but it just didn't feel the same. It's like being in an alternate reality at Atlanta Brico. Interesting. Of course, everyone there is super nice though, so it's not bad. It just feels a little different. So the code translates to accepting an indentured service contract to Malcorp. Oh no, Grumpy J, what have you done? Yeah, I don't know what the binary Grumpy J was typing in there, but it said something. Hopefully it's not bad. I can't read binaries. I don't know. I don't think Grumpy J would do that. He wouldn't post weird stuff. It's probably some hidden message. It probably says Nexonites are the best or something like that. Something crazy. Some dark tan. We're doing pretty good on sorting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this bin. We'll try our best, though. I might actually swap to a different bin and do some bigger chunks. We might do that for a minute, because this is starting to get a little bit more fine grain, harder to do. So. There we go. First things first, we got a Paraka mask. That's pretty crazy. Got those big rubber tips. That piece is broken off the tail end, so that's annoying, but still useful for stuff like a blackened skeleton of some kind. Look at this. That looks like a Rock Raiders HQ or something, but I think that's Monkey Kid. Let's see here. Man, this has a lot of Technic in it. There you go. There you go. Nope, brittle brown bricks. Yeah, we've been good this stream. Not too much brown. A few brown pieces, of course, but nothing that was too interconnected, and nothing is broken so far. Fingers crossed. Grumpy J says, okay, are you keeping #BlameJoy and Flounder out of trouble? Yeah, exactly. Got to keep those guys on their toes, Grumpy J. Mostly Joey, because we like to blame him for everything. I think Joey's been doing a good job down there, though. Seems like their store's doing well. I haven't been down since, when was it? April? But I'm sure they're doing all right. I do need to make their new flyer design for them, though. I think the last flyer we made for them was just for the grand opening specifically, so need to update that. Some nice black and gray plates, always useful. Some Technic. That's interesting. Some bright yellow down there. Grumpy J typing the crystal emojis in the chat. And the marker file with shield, of course, too. All things you have to do if you join the membership program. Starts at 99 cents a month. We've still got about 12 minutes left. So we'll sort probably the rest of this bin here, or part of it. There we go. And then I might watch the Rebuild the Galaxy show, because that sounded pretty fun. So we will see. A couple things we could do tonight. I don't think I'm going to get any building done. I'm a little tired, so I'm probably not going to like buckle down and build a huge mock this evening, but might do some other side things, might do some editing. That's interesting. You got the Monkey Kid graffiti there. That's pretty funny. I do like Monkey Kid sets. I got a couple Monkey Kid figures. I don't know if I'm going to make a whole Monkey Kid collection because I think I'd rather focus on things like Adventurers and Exaforce, the stuff from my era. So, stuff that I grew up with as a kid. Lego Head 458 says, "Hey Fazoom, hope you're doing good, man." Exactly. Hope Fazoom was doing well. Now he's moved. I keep saying he's moved up north to South Carolina, but technically, I think he's moved further south than he was originally. So, yeah, I think Fazoom's doing pretty well. Good to see him pop in for a minute. There's a piece of Hogwarts Castle roof. Recently acquired one of those for a good deal at work. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So that appears to be like a diagram of a mech. So that's super cool. That is pretty neat. That'll be good for Exaforce later. Although I think that's originally from Monkey Kid. So. Some little chain pieces here. There you go. Nice and useful. Some blue pieces. Tempted to pick up the Ogle Mountain Fortress. Ooh, that's a unique old set. My friend Daniel recently bought it, and he liked it a lot. It has some interesting play features that are designed to go with all the vehicles from Alpha Team. So it's let's see if I'm talking about the right one. Ogle Mountain Fortress. Yes, I believe that's. Is it the first one or the Frozen one? Because if it's the first one, then it's designed to go with all the Alpha Team sets, and they're all supposed to shoot certain areas of the base so that things fall apart and happen. So it ruins the shuttle launch basically. So it's pretty cool. I didn't know it was so designed to interact with the other Alpha Team stuff. So. Some hinge bricks, we'll put in there. Some Technic. Oh, a nearly complete. I think this is complete. City Space Shuttle, designed by the brilliant Aaron Newman, one of the better Lego designers working today, in my opinion. But I didn't buy this to keep it together. I bought it to use the pieces. So it's coming apart. But highly recommended. A very fun build. Well designed. So. And these little white panels will be super useful for all sorts of different stuff in the future. Might make some good Exaforce parts out of this, actually. Ooh, there's a bunch of trans orange in there. So Hogwarts, now a parts pack. Exactly. And this is actually the Great Hall. And I got a copy of it long ago and parted it out. And then I got a copy of it recently and parted out because I think it's finally started to go up a little bit since it's so old. When did that come out? 2018? 19? That was a while ago. Dust Up the Brick says, every Lego set for me is a parts pack. Hey, exactly. Dusty's got the right idea. Every Lego set is a parts pack if you disassemble it. So. No, I agree. Most of the sets that I buy are specifically bought because I like the parts within them or figures or the contents within. But then occasionally there's a set that I get just because I think it looks cool. The D&D set was one such set. That one is sitting up there on the shelf and probably won't get taken apart anytime soon at all. But yeah, I still parts pack most of my sets. So. Unfortunately. I try to document it as much as possible too, and be like, oh look, I'm not gonna drop it in the bin. Oh no. Brown pieces. More Great Hall remnants. Some benches. These shouldn't be brittle brown. Yeah, they feel pretty good. Sometimes when you pick up a piece, you can tell that it's going to be brittle brown. These feel like that. Yeah. They said they fixed it. So hopefully that's the case. I think as early as 2016, they had started working the plastic matrix again. We'll see. Now people are saying there's brittle green pieces starting to appear or happen, so that's concerning because I have a lot of green too. A lot of green and brown. Don't want to break. We are at 55 minutes. 5 more minutes to go. Almost to our hour of sorting. If you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead and do so. Helps this a lot. Helps YouTube recognize that we're here. And sends more people our way, hopefully. And thank you everyone who has joined, said hi. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. And have a great start to the rest of your week, too. Transparent pieces go there. Hogwarts, need tan or sand green? Come down to Watto's scrapyard. We have all the parts you need. Exactly. Yeah, we do have a lot of Hogwarts-related sets at both Orlando and Atlanta Brick Co. So if you need a lot of good parts packs in the built set section, you can get them for usually some good deals. Like in Atlanta, they're currently 20% off, which is how I got that one. The one that I've already disassembled here. That's a pretty good deal. Micah's here. Good to see you, Micah. Are you still thinking of revisiting a Rock Raiders mock at some point? Absolutely, Micah. It will be a ways out, though, because I still haven't even finished the Tron build that I started working on earlier this year. And I have other projects I want to do, too. I want to do some Castle. I want to do some Dune. Not a number of things, probably Exoforce at some point. So once I knock a few of those things out, I'll be back to Rock Raiders soon, though, because I still have all those crystal pieces stashed away up there. Still have all the rock pieces, and I want to do it in a way that's safer and easier to move. And yeah, I don't think I'm done building on the underground of Planet U. So. Oh, did you guys see R.R. Slugger's latest video? Apparently, he found out that Rock Raiders is supposedly not supposed to be a space theme, but is in fact its own sort of sub-theme, underground. So it's not supposed to be Lego Space, because after the deal with Lucasfilm to do Star Wars, they weren't supposed to make space anymore. That's why Rock Raiders even existed. So that's a super interesting revelation. I still think morally Rock Raiders is a space theme. It's very much in the same vein and design language and philosophy, so it feels spacey to me. But that seems pretty official, so it's a interesting bit of news in the Lego universe. So. There's some pieces there. Oh. Sometimes a plate just doesn't want to come apart, and you're like, ugh. There you go. Nice gray plates for building castles or mountains. There we go. I need to check that Slug video out. Yeah, it was a good watch. It was sad because I was very much of the opinion that Rock Raiders is a classic space theme. But I can't argue with Slugger on most things. He presents his points very clearly and factually. And he had unfortunately had to make a 180 on his stance on that because he previously thought it was a space theme too. or at least should kind of technically be classified under that. Well, that's 59 minutes, so I think that's about gonna be it for today. But hopefully everyone had a good time watching me sort Lego for an hour and just chatting about random stuff, all sorts of Lego and other news items in the community. But thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. I've said that a few times. Hopefully I'm not bugging you guys too much. But we'll be doing more sorting streams later, probably next Sunday if I can get some time in my schedule, and I usually try to. There should be a video coming out Friday for the next D&D session. There will also hopefully be some more updates on Tron, either in short form or in like a 7 to 10 minute video. So stay tuned for all that. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.